As someone pursuing success, especially financially, there is one aspect that you need to adopt and make part of your persona and make part of your day-to-day life. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is a very tricky aspect about this life and about this journey, especially because it brings a conflict between two things: living in the now and being mindful about your future. And I remember I was coming from school a few days ago and I was thinking about this because I was thinking so much about the things that I don't have right now that feel like a necessity, you know, for me to carry on or to just get through, my day to day. And I was feeling as if spending money that I should otherwise invest in pursuing financial success, like opening a business, having it as capital, all that, like basically investing that money, even in skills, right? Or just basic, like I said, in starting something to generate more income for me. I'm sat there conflicted at, the things that I see I don't have right now, but feel like a necessity right now. And not just that, but also, like I said, living in the now and being mindful about your future. Tomorrow is never promised. And the truth is, if you delay gratification for something that is not even a guarantee, yes, that's a risk. It's a risk because tomorrow is not guaranteed, it's not promised. And you delaying, a good time, delaying or denying yourself a good time, good stuff, for the sake of you want to get to a place where you can have more. That's a good thought because you're mindful about your future. Then again, today will never repeat itself, and tomorrow is never guaranteed, and yesterday is gone. So we are basically living in uncertainty every day. And who is to say that if you delay the gratification, deny yourself whatever it is that you feel like you can have now, that ice cream, that snack, that perfume, right? Who is to say that tomorrow you will be there to continue pursuing whatever it is you're denying yourself for? Whereas those things that you can be able to get now will at least make you feel fulfilled to a particular degree, as much as it's temporal, in that moment. And at least that's something you can account for and say, at least I enjoyed that moment. I know that's a very huge conflict because at the end of the day, even when you pursue that success, the reason why you're pursuing it is so that you can have a beautiful and enjoyable life. Not just you, but also for your loved ones, right? And so, going through that conflict is very exhausting and very, which word should I use? Yeah, it's challenging. It's very challenging. And so for me, my dad gives me allowance, right? So I've been saving up that allowance for the past few weeks. And I've been meaning to use that allowance to buy for myself some things that I was missing. And they felt very necessary because they were over. Though after, because I've done my shopping Friday, Saturday, and yesterday, Monday, because it is on Tuesday, 29th of October 2024, right? So I did my shopping for those 3 days, getting the things that I needed. And yesterday, after finishing that shopping, I felt this overwhelming feeling of anxiety and regret. Like, why did I use that money like that? I was even with my sister going for the last things that I wanted to go for, and I was telling her I felt like I've used that money poorly, you know? And she was telling me, don't have such a mindset, that's scarcity mindset, you know? And she was right. The truth is, she's right. And the thing is, I'm very self-aware of where I'm at right now. The problem is, with that self-awareness, it doesn't necessitate self-improvement. They are mutually exclusive. Because you can be self-aware and still choose to stay like that. And so I've learned from that situation, and it's not something new my sister was teaching me, it was more of a reminder. And Alex always says something that hits me almost every time. He says, majority of the time, what we need are reminders, not new lessons. Because you find that you probably have already learned these things, you just need to be reminded, right? And so I was grappling with that conflict of delayed gratification, and yesterday it really hit me hard. Because it's like I was asking, after buying those things, because it's very ironic, before buying them, I felt like I could not do without them, But after buying them, I was like, I could have just stayed and invested this money in paying for some tools that I can use to build the softwares or the web apps that I needed to do and build for my business and all that, coming up with ideas and putting them, getting directly to prototyping and executing them. But now I feel like, because I've come from $30 to literally $2. Yeah, that's how much I've spent. In Kenyan money, from 3,000 shillings to 200 shillings. So, and I think I'll put some screenshots for there to see, for you guys to see. So, I don't have for the 3,000 shillings, but I'll look for it. But the point is, yesterday I was really grappling with that a lot, and my sister reminded me of that. And throughout this experience called life, I've been really struggling with self-improvement, especially in the past 2-3 years. But I have really grown in self-awareness. So it's very ironic. I'm being very self-aware. I know where I'm at. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm not doing. I know what I need to do. I know that I'm self-sabotaging, self-destroying myself. I mean, self-destroying, not self-destroying myself, sorry. But yeah. But it's as if I choose to not do anything about it. And sometimes I feel like it's not that I don't choose to do anything about it. I feel powerless to do anything about it. And I will get into that later. But these are some of the psychological battles that I'm facing in my growth journey, even as an entrepreneur. So yesterday I had that challenge, and my sister reminded me of this, and I found it to be very fascinating, and I thank God for that. So trying to change that mindset and realizing, as much as I want to be mindful about my future, I can't deprive myself of the things that I need now, because at the back of my head, there'll probably be a stumbling block or an obstruction for me to think ahead, because I'll always be hung up on, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have that. And so it will take a toll on me. And these are some of the things that I just need to get off of me for me to be able to focus on bigger things. And God will always provide whatever it is I need to build bigger things. So at the moment, I use the money, like I said, from $30 to $2 now, to buy a couple of things that seem very meaningless, but I felt like I had to. For example, let me show you this. This is my bathing towel. This is at least the bathing towel I've been using for the past 2 years. This is how it looked like, right? This is how it looked like. I don't know if you can see it. This is how it looked like. This is the bathing towel I've been using. And now I had to go get a new bathing towel. But now here's the thing. Also, as much as I did not delay my gratification, I had to be smart about it, right? So I obviously did not. I'm gonna put a video there because I took a video when I was buying this bathing towel, because it's not actually a bathing towel, it's a kitchen towel, and you will know why. But you have to be smart so that you also don't go wasting and burning through money that you would otherwise use constructively. So this is the one that I'm using right now, and yeah, it's not a bathing towel, it's a kitchen towel. But anyways, that is just one example. So I felt like, as much as I want to be mindful about my future, there are some things that can't just, they can't wait. Some things like this. And there are many other things that I bought, from lotions to, because I literally had nothing. I had zero, 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 zero. They all ended like a month ago, and so I was just surviving with one uh, jelly oil, one can of jelly oil, and even that one was ending. So I had nothing, and I felt like, oh my god, I needed to do something about that. I know they sound very, like, like those things could wait, but then, I think I kept them waiting also for too long, because majority of them ended like 2 3 months ago, others a month ago, and so I was at a point where I was like, hey, now I have to renew, and hopefully this time, even my toothbrush, I had to change it because I had been using that same toothbrush for more than 5 or 6 months at this point, and that's because I didn't have enough money at the time to change some of these things, and so I kept them waiting, postponed them, and also because of being mindful about my future, delayed gratification, I kept on postponing, postponing, postponing. Till I got to a place where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to do something about it. And so eventually I, put things where they need to be, and I got the stuff that I needed. There are also still things that I still need that I haven't bought. Shoes. My shoes are awful. My shoes are awful. I will show you how my shoes look like, and also my trousers and my sweaters. Basically, my clothing side, from the clothes to the shoes. All of those just needs, I need a whole revamp. So now that's what I'm working towards. Now this time I'm using that as motivation as I continue to build the things that I'm building. It's one of the motivations, not the sole motivation. It's one of the motivations that I'm using to get enough so that I can be able to buy enough, because it's very tough being in a situation where you're not comfortable even wearing the things that you have, because they are not good enough. So yeah, that is what happened, and I just thought I should share that with you. I'm going to put a video of the the bathing towel and some of the screenshots of my net worth at the moment, because generally that's all I got, so I should just call it my net worth, $2. Anyway, yeah,